Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. If you're simply bored with the usual theme parks and tourist traps you see everywhere, you might want to consider heading to one of these rather bizarre attractions. And the next time you vacation, you'll be sure to leave with some rather unforgettable memories. On that note, let's dive into 10 insane attractions you're better off not knowing about. Number 10. Temple of Rats. Karni Mata Temple, or as it's better known, the Temple of Rats, is exactly what the name states and is quite literally a temple of rats. It was named after the goddess Karni, who believed that the members of her family would never die, but instead would be brought back to life as rats. The town's residents firmly believe in this myth, and that the population of more than 20,000 rats are in fact members of the Goddess Karni's family. The rats are considered to be sacred and are given food and shelter in the temple. If you've got a fear of rodents, it might help you a bit to know that they're said to be quite friendly.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. PRADA in the desert. It just so happened that some shopping fanatics couldn't fathom why the state of Texas, considering how big it is, did not have a PRADA store. So, 2 German artists decided to work out an interesting solution of some sort. With the blessing of Miuccia Prada herself, the store that sits on an empty stretch of land outside the tiny town of Valentine, some 150 miles from El Paso, was built. Unfortunately, high-end shoppers seem to have run out of luck, as this strange store has no door, although its front windows display 20 left-foot shoes and 6 purses. The structure is locked up forever, and there are little to no signs of life, unless you consider the rising population of moths. Number 8. INVERARAY Jail. Have you ever wanted to know what it would be like to spend some time in jail? Now you have the luxury to be able to do just that without committing a crime. In Scotland's Inverarray Jail. This former prison dates back to 1820, and today it's a popular tourist attraction where visitors are attracted to the idea of immersing themselves in the 19th century life in the penitentiary, along with its harsh realities. With the help of characters dressed in authentic clothing, you can discover early punishment techniques, like branding with a hot iron, public whipping, and torturous thumb screws. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Sit in on dramatic courtroom trials, and if you're down for it, you can even get thrown into a lonely cell and work up a sweat trying your hand at a variety of odd punishments. Number 7. Wang Suk Hell Garden. When you visit this very different sculpture garden, you'll be greeted with a vibrantly lit sign that reads, "Welcome to Hell." Take a few more steps into the garden, where you'll see a sign that states, "If you meet the devil in this life, don't postpone merit making, which will help you defeat him in the next." The Hell Garden depicts, in some gruesome detail, punishments that might be in store for those that transgress in life, with statues representing disembowelment, impaling, and transfiguration. 2 large figures stand high above the tortured souls, possibly the hungry ghosts that originate from Thai folklore. Number 6. Island of the Dolls. The Isla de las Muñecas, just south of Mexico City, set between the canals of Xochimilco, is a small island and the long-abandoned hideout of Don Julian Santana, who was sent there from the mainland because of his alcohol issues. Legend has it that a small girl drowned in the nearby canal, and Don felt haunted by her spirit. So, he began exchanging his vegetables for old dolls, which he spread throughout the island to ease her spirit. A well-known psychic medium has said that he was actually seeing an evil spirit that had drowned the girl. Today, it's populated by hundreds of old, decomposing baby dolls that hang from trees. Some say they possess the soul of the girl. Whilst it was never meant to have been a tourist attraction, the eeriness of the island has gathered so many people that it's now open on the weekend for tours as well. Number 5. Market Theatre Gum Wall. The Market Theatre Gum Wall is, quite affectionately, known as the second germiest tourist attraction in the world. Why, you might ask? Well, it only happens to have collected germs and gum for the past 2 decades. This local landmark in downtown Seattle in Post Alley under Pike Place Market first started when people waiting in line at the Market Theatre box office started sticking their gum on the wall, some even molding their discarded, chewed product into sculptures. It was consistently cleaned, but the gum only kept returning, so eventually they gave up and the gum on the wall was embraced and even celebrated by turning it into an authentic attraction. Number 4. GRUSELKABINETT. GRUSELKABINETT, which even quite graciously offers to host all your birthday parties, is the only legitimately open World War II-era air raid shelter in Berlin. This bizarre place has actually manipulated reality by tripling the terror through transforming the bunker into 3 levels of frights. On the ground floor, you'll find creepy mannequins that reenact the amputations and barbaric medical treatments performed during the war, while the top floor features a haunted house with a bunker maze and costumed actors popping out from dark corners at unsuspecting visitors. The basement is fairly tame in comparison and not as adrenaline-inducing, and is instead filled with historical exhibitions that reveal what it was like here during combat. This attraction is one that you're unlikely to ever forget. Just beware that if you subject your kids to this while on vacation, they might need years of expensive therapy in the future. You've been warned. Number 3. CAPACHUIN Catacombs. This is one of the attractions that you most certainly need to be wary of, although it's definitely fascinating. If you're prone to nightmares, being trapped inside catacombs is probably not something anyone would ever want to dream about. Back in the late 16th century, Capachuin monastery monks found that a body of one of their own, which was put to rest in the catacombs, would become naturally mummified. After the discovery, the catacombs became a very trendy spot for dead bodies to be buried in. They were dressed in some of their finest attire and positioned into poses in the catacombs. At this point in time, there are around 8,000 greatly preserved mummies that are lined up against the walls. And we're quite sorry to disappoint you, but you can't pose with a corpse and take a selfie, as there are iron bars in front of them to prevent any form of contact. And with all of that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. This picture shows a man testing the safety of the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge. Zhangjiajie National Park is full of natural wonders that attracts thousands of visitors a day, from its misty forests to its towering sandstone pillars. Allegedly, its landscape even inspired the scenery of the forever iconic film, Avatar. But it's not rock formations or trees that have tourists flocking to it like bees lately. As a matter of fact, it's a bridge that's drawing everyone out. A 1,400-foot long, 900-foot high bridge made out of glass. The Zhangjiajie Bridge currently holds the record for being both the longest and the highest bridge in the world. The appeal of these attractions is both the ability to see the natural landscape below one's feet and the element of fear inherent in walking on such a massive structure made of a delicate material. As if that wasn't enough to terrify, one of China's other glass walkways cracked under the feet of visitors just 2 weeks after opening. Though authorities assured the public the crack in the glass was merely superficial and no one was in any danger, it's understandable why people were scared. When the Zhangjiajie Bridge was unveiled, a number of publicity events were staged to prove the bridge's sturdiness, including driving a car across it and whacking the inches-thick glass panes with sledgehammers. The bridge stood the tests, but to ensure safety, only 600 to 800 people are allowed to partake and marvel in its glass wonder at any given time. Number 1. Soviet Bunker Tour. If you're a history fanatic and are oddly enthralled with the Cold War, this former secret government bunker is a place where people pay a good sum of money to experience terror from this era, and you too can join in all the undeniable fun as well. You will have to sign a waiver beforehand, acknowledging that you're okay with physical and/or psychological punishments in case you decide to be disobedient. Once that's over and done with, you will also have to give up your cell phone and any connections to the present time as you head inside the bunker. After you've been converted into a Soviet citizen, circa 1984, you will be subjected to harsh interrogation by KGB officers, who are portrayed by actors, complete with dogs, who serve as police canines in real life. You will also be required to wear a gas mask and learn the USSR national anthem. During these intense reenactment scenes and interrogations, it's actually quite common for visitors to pass out in fright. That concludes our list of 10 insane attractions you're better off not knowing about. Let us know in the comment section below which one of these shocked you the most. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon. Thanks for watching.